Well, I love live prog. It's just amazing.
Well,
it's the best.
It's changed my life.
Well, absolutely, of course.
I find it a form of sexual healing.
Crikey.
Welcome to Live Prog and welcome to a new video review. I am your host Marcel Hasta. The album I have for you is an album, well, to be honest, I kind of stumbled on by chance. I was looking for, well, a different band. I came on the website of a label and I stumbled on this album. I didn't know it was out. When I saw it, I knew I had to get a copy and bring a review of it. Mr. Steve Thorne, Crimes and Reasons. The very first time I saw Steve Thorne was, I think, about, well, 2003, around that period. Jadis was playing in Holland, in a venue called Plato, which is now called Nakai, and they brought with them a man as their support act. And this guy was on stage with a guitar and with a backing track, and when I looked at him, my first response was, whoa, what is this, you know? I didn't like it. But a while later, Giant Electric P, the label from, amongst others, IQ, sent me a copy of his first album, Emotional Creatures Part 1. And I gotta say, I loved it. I was amazed, you know, what an amazing album it was. Sometime later, I also had a chance to review his second release, Part 2, Emotional Creatures. And again, I absolutely loved that album. Now, he released a third one, Into the Ether. I missed that one, unfortunately, and now we have album number 4. And as I said, I didn't know it was out there. I just stumbled on it by chance. So apparently, the record company that released this album isn't doing much of promotion for the album, which is really sad, because if you are familiar with Steve Thorne, you will know that he is an amazing singer and that he is an amazing songwriter. Because from what I've heard of him so far, and I include this album with it, I can say that he writes really good songs. Really beautiful, you know, not too complex, not too long and epic, you know, no, short songs, around 5 minutes, but a real joy to listen to. And that goes for Crimes and Reasons as well. Because again, the album is filled with nothing but great songs. And a couple of longer songs. We have 2 tracks, Moth to Flame and Distant Thunder, the final track, around 8 minutes, and I gotta say, they are so beautiful when you listen to them. I mean, he is a fantastic singer. And he is not just a fantastic singer, he is not just a fantastic songwriter, but he also is a fantastic musician, because the lineup on this album is very short, to be exact. Well, let's take a look inside then. We have the artwork. As you can see, you have this book idea. Open it. Now, I like it, you know, it's fairly simple, but very good. The artwork is done by Mr. Paul Tippett. You know him, of course, from the Live at the Target remaster cover and also from the beautiful Deck Burke covers. He did the cover, but also the it all fits the whole idea behind the music, you know. I must be honest, I don't really go into the lyrics that much and want to know what it's all about, but what I do know is that yeah, Steve Thorne has something to say with his lyrics. He has something to say, and well, I gotta say, I like that, absolutely, very much, and it's really beautiful. That's what I need. Yeah. So, really great artwork, and as I said, he has something to say with his music, which makes it, gives it more depth to listen to. Now, I mentioned the lineup. The only people supporting him on this album are Nick DeVirgilio from Sparks Beard. On drums, we have Bob White also doing drums. You know, they do it on a couple of songs. Gary Chandler doing some guitars. I mean, they've worked together on practically every album, so why not on this one? And then we have a few names that are really interesting. Martin Orford. I say it with the highest respect. He does flute on this album. And I am so glad that his name still keeps popping up. So he's not entirely retired, you know, there's a little link back, so come on guys, let's get him back, and again the flute on the album, fantastic. And we have Mr. Tony Levin also doing bass. So we have a drummer, two drummers, we have a guitar player, and we have flute and bass. And the rest is all done by Mr. Steve Thorne. He does all the other instruments. I think there's one or two tracks where he's programmed the drums, but other than that we have real drummers. Your idiotic policies where sun don't shine. You pigs may fulfill the prophecies you've given time. Fuck you, fade away, push too hard, you know you're gonna play. Fuck you, pack your bags, you're just public. Musically, I mean, it is solid music. It's not that much neo-prog, although he has some neo-prog influences, but you know, it's really, it has some balls, this music, and I like that very much. But the heaviest track is Fade Away, with an amazing funky bass line, and I checked the booklet, and yes, Mr. Tony Levin does it. It's kind of a heavy track for what I'm familiar with of Steve Thorne. He even uses the F word in it quite a bit, so. And there's no warning sticker on it when I got it. It's amazing. I mean, Arena has it twice. You know, you hardly notice it, and they have a sticker on it, and here you really hear it, and you know, well, it's a strange world we live in. Nevertheless, strange as this world may be, strange as record companies may be not promoting their artists, I can say this is a stunning album. Just as the first two albums, and I am very confident Into the Ether is just as good. You know, I have only heard quality music from Steve Thorne, and this is absolutely no exception. So come on people, show that you support the music, and especially someone as brilliant and as fantastic as Steve Thorne. He deserves much more attention. You know, it's really sad that the record company doesn't do the promotion they should do. So I hope I can help in bringing this album, this really fantastic album, to your attention. Steve Thorne, Crimes and Reasons. Get it and spread the word.